Yeah, even so, this is War Minstrel in the studio with all my machines, and I'm going to show you how to make a track, or I make a track, how I do it. It might help some of you understand my methods for making music, and possibly even, like, get some tips from it that you might not have known you could do, or you might think, well, that's a good idea, I could do that, which is good, Anyway, so have a look, see what you think. Cheers. Right, what's going on here then? Right, we got War Minstrel in the house, and we're going to just talk you through this thing I've been messing about with. So basically what we got is we got the edge here, which is a sequencer. They got the dials at the bottom. That's a sequencer of velocity and pitch. That sends out a little sequence of notes. You'll hear it in a minute. And it also can also send out the same pitch and sequence and the velocity as CV, which is then going out here and coming into the velocity inputs and CV inputs on this no coast. Okay. What else is going on? We've got LFO from the Neutron, which is messing about with stuff on the VCA decay on the edge, and also the filter mod as well. And it's all basically talking to itself. So you got this very crude multiplier which can send one signal and split it into loads of different things. What have I got? I've also got the SQ1, which is, I believe, sending CV to the filter of. Is that right? Yeah. No. Oh no, the LFO from the grind is actually sending its LFO into the filter envelope on the TD3. I don't often do that, but I'm just doing that for a laugh. Anyway, so, and on here we have an Ableton set, so I'll just switch the screen now, and you can see it. Just a second. So there's the Ableton set, and you can hear my voice going through. We've basically got, quite simply, kick drum there, RD9 kick. So stop all clips a minute. So you got a kick going on there. I can do drum rolls by using the stutter edit. And fills and stuff like that. And that's kind of brought about using, I'll just switch over again. That's using these pads here, so I can go. And on the drums there's a filter as well. So as you can imagine, you can do drum rolls like that. Yeah, anyway, that's that. So we'll stop that clip for a minute. Right, so going back to the screen a moment. And you can see there's other tracks as well. So we've got a percussion track, which is the other parts of the RD9, hats and stuff in there, which you can hear now. Stop that. We've got a bass line, which is, what's that? That's the West Pest and the Neutron. So what's happening there, that is actually the, let's just switch back to the camera, that is actually, the SQ1 is sending out quite rapid sort of CV, but in the speed, in the same tempo as the tune, to the filter CV on the Neutron. So that's messing with that filter as it plays, so there's a bit of movement. Anyway, go back to screen. So, that's the bass line, that's just going on there. It's a pretty basic track and just messing about really. So, it started off with obviously this edge patch. So, if we turn down the no coast and then turn that back up. And then we'll just have a look at that doing its thing a minute. That's the edge there, so you can change the cut off. what's cool is that is also sending its CV to the no coast. That's it. You can see there's just layers. So inside these layers, when you collapse that screen down, all you can see you got. When I press the corresponding buttons on the pads, on there. So when I hit that, you'll always get you'll always get the edge and the no coast playing, even though it's just the drums that are on, because the edge is actually sending CV from its sequencer into that. So that might be how you want to start a track. Yeah, well, that's it basically. So that's how a track starts. You might hear this at some point, but that's kind of the beginnings of it, you know. Just some basic loops of Midi, going into all these synths and stuff, but these synths are also playing their own loops into each other as well, which is fun, isn't it? I think it is anyway. And there's even a looper there that's not even sending music to stuff, it's sending CV to this stupid thing here, look, so it makes silly noises. But anyway, that was it really. I just wanted to explain how this kind of works, you know. It's just literally cells of MIDI notes. It's a bit bright, that, but it's cells of MIDI notes. And within those cells are clips of MIDI which send information or beats, if you like, notes of music and rhythm to these machines. And it comes out like that. Let's press them all. So yeah, that's basically how you make a tune around my yard with all these machines and stuff, and Ableton Live as the brain being controlled by all those pads and things and that, as you saw on there. If you've got any questions, just let me know and I'll be only happy to help, because Ableton Live I think is for playing live. So even though if you're composing, you can start off with a live set, play it out, well, that sounds good, and then record it into arrangement, and it kind of like comes out like it should be played because it sounds live. You know, if that makes sense. And then whatever you make in arrangement, you don't have to arrange it and make blocks and copy and paste and copy and paste. It's all recorded into arrangement, and all you got to do then is add a few little frills and little tweaks and edits, and you've got a nice track which sounds kind of live, because I come from a live background playing in punk bands and stuff and that in the past and whatever. Anyway, so that was me, War Minstrel. That was how I make a tune. So yeah, thanks very much. Cheers for watching.